Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Have you ever heard the sentence, difficult people are teaching you? Does this sentence make you go crazy? Like, they are doing more destruction in my life, and you're telling me that they are teaching me something? And you might even say, this is unacceptable to me. If they want to teach me, they should teach me lovingly. I will learn faster and better. That's what usually our mind tells us. It justifies that in loving ways we learn better. There is no need to shout or be difficult to teach me. If you believe that teaching should come in a loving way and not in a harsh way, then keep watching to know how to tune yourself to growth in loving ways. I'm Anita Vatwani, a wellness coach and a speaker, and I help people to live a fulfilled life. Today, I'm going to show you how to have a growth mindset with difficult people. Let me ask you this. When a doctor tells you, if you want to be more healthy, you have to start eating more healthy. On an average, how many people do you think will take the doctor's advice and start eating healthy? Now, if the doctor says that if you don't start eating healthy, you'll get a heart attack and you will die, what is the percentage of people who will follow the doctor's advice? I think we all know the answer. The percentage of people changing their diet will be more from the second way of communication. Why is it so? Although both ways are actually to bring it to our notice that we need to take care of our diet. Both ways are to make us realize that a change is needed. But most people live in emergency mode. They only make changes or go out of their comfort zone when they are being pushed or have no other option but to change. People with growth mindset usually will make the changes with the first type of communication. So pay attention to which kind of communication impacts you more towards your growth. And ask yourself what kind of communication you prefer. We can't stop growing. We are always growing, not only physically but mentally as well. The idea that I'm old and I can't learn is a limiting belief we have been programmed into. An idea that believes growth and learning is only for the young. New research shows that we can learn at any age if we want and if we choose. There are two ways we grow: inspired growth or pain growth. Some people get inspired and go towards their growth like a carrot hanging in front of them and they are running behind it. The other is pain growth, where the person is beaten like a donkey, only then they move ahead in life. It depends on us which type of growth we have been choosing. Know that whenever something is painful in your life, you have ignored the inspirational cue towards your growth. Either you were unaware or you ignored it instead of doing something about it. Life inspires us by bringing opportunities of growth. When we don't see these opportunities or we ignore them, life brings in pain growth method to make us grow, to make us move out of our comfort zone. It seems really harsh. Life is ever changing, and if we refuse to change with the changes, we'll be in pain and uncomfortable. Because instead of stepping into the change, we are stretching ourselves. There will come a point when the stretch will become uncomfortable and painful until we decide to step into the new. One of the best ways to learn the inspired growth model is by paying attention to difficult people in our life. Here are three things you can learn from a difficult person. This will help you to have a growth mindset. The first thing a difficult person teaches us is self esteem. Difficult people tend to question you about everything. it might feel like they are judging you. But those inquiries make our project stronger and robust. They are helping you to organize and bring clarity to what you are doing. When you are answering their questions, you are not only clarifying their doubts, you are understanding yourself better. They're helping you with your self inquiry. By asking questions or telling us what to do, they help us to understand why we have chosen something, why we have opted for this option and not the other. They are also helping us to see other ways of doing the same thing. Has it ever happened to you that you're driving and the person next to you keeps reminding you where to turn? Does that irritate you? How about next time, instead of saying, yeah, yeah, I know, stop telling me what to do, you can say, thank you for reminding me. How will that work for you? How will it make you feel? Even if it feels that the person is trying to control or telling you what to do, you can see it as if the universe is sending you a reminder or asking you questions so that you can reconfirm your choices, reevaluate your choices. Wayne Dyer has this quote which says, when you change the way you see things, the things change. They are also teaching perseverance. Whenever we do anything, it will be met with resistance. The simple act of walking has a resistance to it, the wind. Even if we don't consider the wind as a big resistance, it still creates a resistance. There are some which are very strong, but when we overcome them, it will give us a sense of confidence and strength. It is the universe's way to make us absolutely sure we want to go with this option. So, overall, a difficult person helps you to gain self confidence and self esteem. It is a training if you can see it. Some important questions you can ask yourself: what are they teaching me about myself? How can I expand my horizon of understanding? And last, what does it say about them? The second thing that difficult people teach us is emotional independence. Firstly, you can appreciate that this person has so much force and capability that they can move you from your center. Second, you can learn self control, understanding that some people love us, some find us okay, and some don't like us. We are the same person. It's how they perceive things, nothing to do with us, everything to do with them and their values and their way of looking at life. Taking feedback from people but not taking their energy is an extremely great trick to growth. Paying attention to what they are saying but not getting caught up with their energy that they carry. Some people will help you grow with love and affection, and others will hammer you with their emotional ways of being. Always focus on what is important for you, what is for your higher good. Once your focus is growth mindset, no emotional garbage will affect you because you have learned the art of recycling. You will find treasure in anything, even if it looks like garbage. Difficult people help us to learn to be detached from the emotional roller coaster. We can gain emotional independence when we see every situation as an opportunity to grow instead of believing that it is useless. If it affects my life and me, then it is important for me. What am I going to do about it? The third way that the difficult person helps me is by teaching me to focus. Difficult people distract people around them. They are basically asking for attention. So, a difficult person teaches me to focus better. There are always distractions in life, knowing what is important and choosing that instead of being distracted. Once there was a man who worked in an office. He loved his work and his boss was a very good leader. Then one day, the boss changed and he realized that his new boss was not as good as the earlier one. In fact, this boss had really bad leadership skills, and because of this, many of the people in his office left the job for other jobs. He had a dilemma. Although he loved his job, he was having difficulty with the new boss. So he wrote a note to his coach. I need your help to make a decision. Should I stay or should I leave? The coach replied, although it seems easier to leave, and if that is what you want, but staying can help you to gain new abilities to deal with different situations. It is the ability of a leader to manage all kind of people and orient them in the same direction. It's a skill worth learning. The idea of escaping from situation, thinking that we can avoid it, is putting off our growth plan. Focus on these questions. What do they have that bothers me? Does it exist in me as well? These three different ways of looking at the same subject will help you develop the inspired growth model, which will lower the chances of experiencing the pain growth model. So, three things that I learned from a difficult person is self esteem, emotional independence, and focus. I'm sure this video has given you the ability and the clarity to find the nuggets of growth in any situation. It will put you on the path of the growth mindset. I invite you to continue watching and please also subscribe, share, and like my channel to follow your love, happiness, and peace.